Hello, in this video we will see nutritional assessment, including its definition, systems, its uses, and methods of assessment. Definitions. Nutritional assessment is the evaluation of nutritional status as a health condition of an individual as influenced by food consumption and the utilization of nutrients. Moreover, it is an interpretation of anthropometric, biochemical or laboratory, clinical, and dietary survey. Nutritional status is the degree to which an individual's physiological need for nutrients is being met by the food he or she is eating. Nutritional assessment system. In nutrition survey, data is collected only once, which establishes baseline nutritional status of a population. Nutrition survey identifies geographic areas or subpopulation groups at risk for chronic malnutrition, therefore important to formulate policies. In nutrition surveillance, data is collected over time on same groups and it can identify both acute and chronic malnutrition. Seasonal differences are identified in nutritional surveillance. It also helps to know possible causes of malnutrition for intervention programs. Nutritional surveillance is important for monitoring policies and evaluating nutritional interventions. Uses of nutritional assessment. Nutritional assessment aims at discovering factors to guide actions intended to improve nutrition and health. As a diagnostic tool, it is used to identify existence of problem, types of problems, magnitude of the problem, who are affected by the problem. Uses of nutritional assessment as a monitoring tool. It requires repeated assessment over time. It helps to identify whether the situation has changed and the direction and magnitude of change. As an evaluation tool, it helps to know to what extent has the intervention treatment program had the intended effect or impact. Method for assessing nutritional status. There are two methods for assessing nutritional status: direct method and indirect method. Direct method includes anthropometry, which assesses functional disturbances of growth, body composition, fat, and fat-free mass. Laboratory identifies biochemical and functional disturbances. And the clinical method assesses the clinical signs and symptoms. The dietary method assesses risk of inadequate intakes, including food consumption patterns, nutrient intakes, and major food sources of nutrients. The indirect method includes ecological variables, which includes crop production, meteorological data, rainfall data, production pattern and distribution pattern, and predominance of cash crops. Economic factors include per capita income, population density, income levels, market price of foods, and others. Vital statistics. Infant and under 5 mortality, fertility, cause-specific mortality rates, age-specific mortality rates, rate of nutritionally relevant infections can be assessed by vital statistics. Assessment of indicators of the food and nutrition situations in the area or region of interest by looking at certain data that are closely related to malnutrition or which are aggravated by malnutrition. The word anthropometry is derived from anthropo, which means human, and metry, which means measurement. Therefore, anthropometry is the measurement of the variations of physical dimensions and the gross composition of the human body at different age levels and degrees of nutrition. Anthropometric assessment type include assessment of gross children and adolescents and assessment of body composition, which can be used in field or in clinical setting. Advantages of anthropometric assessment include simple, safe, non-invasive technique. It is also an inexpensive equipment which is portable, durable, and purchased locally. Precise and accurate method if techniques are standardized and personnel are trained. It can also identify mild, moderate, and severe malnutrition, giving credible results. Anthropometric measurement can also be used to screen persons at high risk to under or overnutrition and monitor change. Limitations of anthropometric measurement include insensitiveness, since it cannot detect disturbances over a short period of time. Moreover, it has limited nutritional diagnostic relevance and can be affected by genetics. The basic terminologies in anthropometry include raw measurement, which includes weight, height, and head circumference. Indices are constructed from raw measurement, which are necessary for interpretation of measurement. It includes weight for length, which reflects wasting, and height for age, reflecting stunting. Indicator is a combination of index and a cutoff point, which is important for comparison of indices in relation to cutoffs. Cutoff points are generally based on ranges associated with clinical signs or impairment in biochemical or physiological functions and used to classify the severity of nutritional status. Trigger levels is the level of an indicator at which there is a public health concern. Example, stunting in children less than 5 years. Anthropometric measurements include growth measurement, which includes head circumference, length or height, and weight. Body fat measurements include skin fold thicknesses, hip circumference, and waist circumference. Fat-free mass measurements include mid-upper arm circumference and mid-upper arm muscle area. Anthropometric measurement of growth. Head circumference. Head circumference should be measured along the supraorbital range anteriorly and occipital prominence posteriorly, and the measuring tape should be flexible, non-stretchable. The Frankfurt position by facing left side and arms relaxed. Tape at the same level on each side of head, tied to compress hair. Head circumference should be measured to nearest millimeter. Head circumference for age is an index of chronic undernutrition for children less than 2 years. Measurement of height or length. Length is used for those children less than 85 cm, which is approximately less than 2 years of age. More than 2 examiners and a recumbent length board are needed for measurement. If the subject is restless, the only left leg can be used. Height. Height is used for those children greater than 2 years, an adult. Looking straight ahead with Frankfurt plane horizontal. Shoulders should be relaxed, arms at side, legs straight and knees together, feet flat and with heels almost together, and shoulder blades, buttocks, and heels touching the measurement board. Measurement of weight. For small children less than 2 years, they should be weighed naked. Suspended scale or scale pan can be used. If necessary, weigh mother with her child and calculate child's weight by subtraction and record to the nearest 10 gram. To measure the weight of older, the bladder should be emptied first and then the beam balance or electronic scales can be used. Place balance on flat surface and measure with minimum clothing, subtract clothing weight, and then record to nearest 0.1 kilogram.